there was a lot of spaces. Neymar, especially on the left, was coming in the middle. And Neymar is kind of like, you know, saving himself to try to score more goals. Pedro very active as well, and then is when obviously when Barca slows down again. It allows Deportivo to get back in position easily, or helping doubling up whenever Neymar gets the ball, or Pedro, or even Messi. So if Barca puts the tempo back up on, it's going to be the chances to score more goals, obviously.
It still feels strange to say that Barcelona is the best control-taking side in the world, but they've proven it there, isn't it? A corner against them is a chance that they have to score, which seems amazing. But having those three up front, you have to take advantage of them, of course.
I think what they've done is they still can control the game, but they can show they've got another layer to themselves and counter-attack. But at 2-0, or we thought it was 2-0, with Lionel Messi's disallowed goal, should it have been disallowed? And at that point, were you thinking, well, this is Depor's fate sealed?
No, I don't think it was outside. I should have gone up, and that's definitely would have killed Deportivo, would have killed the game, because we see the right back there is playing on Messi. And it was a great pass from them. At that time, was coming a lot in the middle. Maybe you were thinking, well, Xavi's there, why is he coming? But, you know, you got so many options, so different players there in different positions, and they were making the most of that.
That could be a massive moment in Depor's season, couldn't it?
Yeah, and it felt like they had scored it, not only for us, but also for the players of Barcelona, because after that, the level dropped. There was a lack of intensity in what they were doing, or urgency, and they started doing, like, tricks and stuff like that, which Rafinha and Neymar anyway, which I think not necessary, and they're still playing for something. So is Deport, of course.
They are indeed. Luis Enrique knows this is a game he can sit back and enjoy, really, knowing they've won the La Liga title. Sanchez knows these next 45 minutes are absolutely crucial. Second half to come.
Sponsored by Bet365.
1, 2, 3, 4. Light it, pose it, frame it, shoot it. Save it, save it. Raise it, rack it, flip it, load it.
Call it, text it, read it, send it.
Bash it, smash it, whack it, crush it. Move it, make it, work it. Transit.
The Ford Transit range, to help you go further. Transit show live, 16th to the 25th of May.
They say good things come to those who wait. I say good things come to those who cash out. With cash out, you're in control. So relax. And just forget about the final whistle. Because sometimes you just gotta take the money and run. Bet365, the world's favourite online sports betting company.
Papa John is not interested in quality. He's obsessed with it. Because Papa John's a pizza maker. It's what he does. That's why you've got Papa's Quality Guarantee, signed by the man himself. Love your pizza, or we'll deliver another absolutely free.
It's my guarantee. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And right now, get a third off your order.
Many cordless vacuums deliver weak suction. The issue originates here. To make their vacuum smaller, most others make their motor smaller and less powerful. But at Dyson, we've invented the small but powerful V6 digital motor, spinning at up to 110,000 RPM, giving our latest cordless vacuums twice the suction of all others.
I'll never forget going to my first game. That feeling of entering the Gallagher, the atmosphere, the excitement, the adulation. That's when I knew I had to be a footballer. It doesn't get bigger than your first game, and now it's someone else's turn.
Barclays is giving away thousands of tickets for next season. To enter now, search Barclays Spirit of the Game.
It's good. But it's not quite Carling cider.
Carling British Cider, voted Product of the Year.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Absolutely incredible. They've kicked off really early for the second half, so let's get back to Rob Palmer and Jerry Armstrong.
Well, this referee really has been a stickler for timing. They're very keen in Spain to ensure that all of the games start and, well, at the same time. Well, we had that nightmare last year when one of the games was delayed by 15 and had a knock-on effect, and all of the referees had to halt the matches.
Well, he wants to change the ball. The referee's Klaus Cummins just at him again. Robbie's not happy. It's the pressure and the...
If he'd not been so keen to kick off the second half quickly, he could have actually checked the ball. Xavi gets it moving quickly. No changes at half-time. It's not a bad bench for Barcelona. They have Iniesta, Mascherano, Jordi Alba there. And some of the players who have played a part in the title-winning season. Montoya and Munir. And maybe we'll get to see Douglas run in the second time, the Brazilian who was expected to be the heir to the right-back position when Dani Alves is expected to leave. It was great ball in from Xavi. If you saw the attendance there, 93,000. Everybody wants a ticket to say farewell to Xavi and see the Spanish league title lifted by him. The 23rd title for Football Club Barcelona. Rafinha to Xavi. Make a note, Jerry. First missed control, first missed time pass. Maybe the last one from Xavi.
Thinking the same myself. He's on the ball again now.
Neymar. Mark Bartra. Neymar is determined to not make one straightforward pass in this game.
Well, again, you can see Deportivo congested that middle third, Rob, because they know Barcelona would like to come inside from the right and the left wing and play little 1-2s, and they're encouraging them to do that. Great skills. Well, he's done really well initially, and then he fell over the ball. That's the ball from Xavi, and good goalkeeping once again. Very sharp as Fabricio. Xavi's little dink over the top, intended for Rafinha.
Xavi Hernandez is the heartbeat of Barcelona, is he? The brains of the team. There are some Premier League footballers out there studying his every move today, so they prepare for their important games in the top flight of English football tomorrow. There's Messi, hoping to extend the run of Barcelona in La Liga to 7 games without conceding. They had a great start to the season when they didn't concede in the opening 8 La Liga matches, which was just one off a record. And they finished the season just as mean-spirited. Xavi, Rafinha, Roberto. Inside, Barca's opponents, Deportivo La Coruña, are getting dragged down into the second division following the relegations of 2011 when they ended a 20-year stay in the top flight. Back up the following year, and went down in 2013 when they were bottom for 13 weeks, but they took it to the last day, relegated by Real Sociedad. Rihanna.
Think, well, let's have a go. because they can't afford to lose 1-0.
Well, he's an exacting young coach, Victor Sanchez. He's insisted on a psychologist being at training every day. They have the masseur, the goalkeeping coach, and the referees and the lieutenants these days. They've had a psychologist there, so I'd imagine somebody who is that exacting will have a man with a transistor radio, keeping an ear and an eye on what's happening elsewhere in La Liga. The teams around them, of course, Granada, who are tying with Atletico Madrid. There's the Granada, are on 35 points. Deportivo on 34. Almeria had an adventurous afternoon. They are drawing with Valencia, 2-2, the latest we have on that one.
Well, I said it in the first half, I'm going to say it again, Rob. It'll change before the final whistle goes. There's going to be a few changes in all of those score lines and results. Here's Messi.
There's Messi to Neymar.
Oh, good ball.
Clever ball. Adriano burst through, kept it in play, and couldn't create the danger.
Well, he took an extra touch, Adriano. I thought he could have pulled it back straight away. Look, one man up on his own, Perez, and 3 Barcelona players around him. They're going to have to change that.
Barcelona have been excellent at home this season. Lost the one game since the turn of the year. They won 15 out of 16 games here. It was only Malaga who sprung a surprise at the back end of January. At that point, Luis Enrique was looking under a little bit of pressure. He'd bravely not selected Neymar and Messi. Showed the strength in discipline, and since then Barcelona have gone on this incredible run. 12 wins in the last 13 matches. Deportivo, where you could see that, you could illustrate in one move why they're in the desperate situation. Nobody willing to take on the responsibility of scoring the goals for them. Here's Messi to Neymar. Martinez playing now at right back. Neymar. I've seen the side. He's playing it like it's an old-fashioned testimonial game, Jerry, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they've won the league, and his mentality is entertainment.
News from Andalusia. Malaga and Sevilla both got their European aspirations. Malaga hoping to get in the Europa League. Sevilla are hoping to get in the Champions League. There's 2 ways they could get there. One by winning the Europa League, the other by having a better result today than Valencia. And that is the case at the moment, because they are now leading by 1-0 in Malaga. Reyes has rolled back the years and has scored a vital goal for Sevilla, which puts them into the top 4.
Wow. To do that in the last game of the season. And Reyes, the captain as well. He won a league title, didn't he, with Real Madrid a few years ago?
The former Valencia man. His old club not doing well. Flipped in.
Offside.
Well, Messi didn't become active, so the referee hasn't given the offside. He's given a corner. Everything being taken quickly. Sergio Roberto. The Spanish director giving us the latest classification. So they're ahead of Valencia in the standings.
Well, at least Valencia know what they've got to do, Robin. They'll still think they can go and win at Almeria. And then Almeria need a result to stay up.
Pedro. Now Rafinha, who's grown in confidence with every game. Start of the season, he was making the safe passes, but now he's beginning to look the Brazilian international that he intends to be is in the Copa squad, the Copa America squad for the summer. It's Messi, a step over from Neymar, still finds its way to Mathieu.
I think Mathieu was the intended target. He just decided to make the run.
Down to 10 men, I've just been told. The news worsens for them as well because Eber Banega has just scored the second goal for Sevilla. So it's Malaga 0, Sevilla 2, and Valencia are not looking good for a Champions League place.
Eber Banega, ex-Valencia player.
I can only imagine his celebration. Can't bring in the goals on that one, but we will find any goals that affect the bottom of the table. 2 from 4 can go down. Eibar, Almeria, Deportivo and Granada. Messi to Xavi. Rafinha, Adriana to Pedro. Messi.
Good skill.
Frightening combination of Messi and Neymar again. Deportivo having none of it, but they don't keep possession of the ball for too long. It's Neymar. That's a rugby tackle. I think it's going to be our first yellow card of the early evening.
Well, to be fair to Neymar, he's worked hard when he played the 1-2 and lost it. He worked hard to get the ball back again. And once he won it, he forces this silly challenge, is all you can call it. It's a silly challenge once he starts to pull him round out by the shirt. Nothing else the referee can do. Juan Dominguez is going to get a yellow card. It's a good position, the free kick. Xavi Hernandez and Lionel Messi both over the ball.
Well, normally Messi would take all of the free kicks, all of the penalties, but this is an exception.
I think you're right. I think it will be Xavi takes it.
Surely they have to pass everything on to Xavi. Calling on his seniority. It's in the script that he scores. It's Xavi. He has weighed in with a couple of goals this season in La Liga. 85 in his career. His mum and her wife up in the stands, enjoying the final sighting of the Xavi in a La Liga game for Barcelona.
Onside.
Away goes Neymar. He has support. Does he need it? To Messi. The lethal combination strikes again for Barcelona. They've been striking fair into every opposition all season long.
Wow. Well, that wraps up the game and the points. Deportivo are going down, Rob, as it stands. And you can't see them coming back and scoring a couple of goals. Now, I'm sure Victor was about to make changes around the 65th minute. I don't think there's any way back for them now. There he is. I think Sydney there plays him onside. He's the one that's dropped deepest. And once Neymar gets clear, it's pretty straightforward. Little side rule pass and tap in for Messi. It's simple, well done to two of them.
Well, Messi is now chasing his 6th La Liga hat-trick of the season.
No, it is 56 goals for the season. We can officially say that. Should have had goal in the first half. It was certainly onside for me. I said it at the time, and we confirmed that at half-time. He should be on a hat-trick now.
Messi hammering another nail in the coffin of Deportivo La Coruña. 13 minutes to go in the La Liga season, and they remain in the bottom three. Granada, of course, have got the vital point which lifts them above Deportivo, but it is dangerous for them because they're playing against Atletico Madrid. Real 33 points are going down at the moment, with Depor and Cordo, of course, who were confirmed as relegated quite a few weeks ago now. Ball in, it's Neymar, he's offside.
Well, he's leaning, he's just, you can see his one step inside the box. I think the linesman's got it right. Another marginal decision, but he's got this one right for me.
He's hardly had to stretch himself today, Lionel Messi. Well, they're bringing on an attacking player, Juan Dominguez, who was booked a couple of minutes ago. He's going to be sacrificed in midfield. And Oriol Riera, one of the many players who's on loan to Deportivo La Coruña, will go on to try to change the course of history. Attacking player, of course, is on loan from Wigan Athletic. And he was relegated with Wigan last season, scored 13 goals. So, had a bit of an effect since coming here. He has scored 4 goals, which makes him the second leading scorer at Deportivo La Coruña. The way things stand at the moment, if they could get the draw, if they could get the equalising goals, they would stay amongst the top flight. There's another change for Barcelona. It's been a stretch of the legs for Thomas Vermaelen. The lesser spotted Thomas Vermaelen has had a horrific run of injuries since joining the club. And the Belgian international is replaced by another bit part player, Douglas, the 24-year-old who came from Sao Paulo at the start of the season, but it's only his second La Liga game.
Well, you asked me at the start about Douglas, and do you think he'll get a run out? And he has now. It looks like he's getting a run out. To be fair, Luis Enrique tries to give everybody and involve everybody in the success of the club. And I do like that about him. He's not frightened of taking a chance. And look at what he's done with young Rafinha when he had him at Celta Vigo. And as I said earlier, I think he's had a great season.
Lucas Perez creates a space for himself. Shots flying wide. Let's get in the top of the table in La Liga. As you know, the top two Barcelona champions. Second, Real Madrid. Now Atletico Madrid are going to finish third on 78 points. But Sevilla are sneaking into fourth place. They have now scored a third goal. Vidal has scored the third goal against 10-man Malaga. Yes, Rafinha rolling the ball back, right across the face of goal, and neat feet from Bergantinos to prevent the third. Heading to the Europa League, because at the moment they are hammering Villarreal by 4 goals to 0.
Well, Bartlett's taking a whack here in the face from Oriol Riera. Let's have a look at it. He catches him with the elbow. It looks like an accident to me, but he definitely caught him. This is good play here. Cut back, and look at Pedro. He was looking for a tap-in, wasn't he?
He does look very dazed, and he's taking a very nasty blow to the top of the eye there. I think it would be very wise just to slow him down, give him time to take a breather, gather his thoughts, stop his head spinning. was caught by the elbow of Riera, and Riera knows whether it was intentional or not.
Well, it was a hot potato there, wasn't it, for Alex? He couldn't wait to get rid of it.
He does look rather shaken. Yeah, Mark Bartra. I always think there's a little bit of the Carlos Puyol about him, the way that he plays the game.
Yeah.
Puyol would never go off with an injury like that. But Bartra doesn't appear to be too willing to be replaced.
We haven't seen that young man for many, many months. He was sensational at the start of the season, went off the boil a little bit and disappeared out of the squad, and now he's back in and he's going to get a run out in 1 year. Another talent as well.
Barcelona have reshaped the team with Douglas coming on. Adriano's gone to left back. Douglas has gone to right back. With the Vermaelen off the field. Matthew has gone to central defender. Everybody take a step to the left and the right. Bergantinos. There's the ball to Real. Oh,
what a goal.
Lifeline. Lucas Perez.
What a goal.
Born in the city of La Coruña, has scored a vital goal, a possibly vital goal for Deportivo La Coruña.
This is a class goal, Rob, I tell you. Back to goal, sweeping movement, one turn and a sweet left foot strike into the top left-hand corner. And it does give them a lifeline. This is a wonderful goal. Good build-up, lovely little cut back here. And then what's this movement? One touch, bang. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. And that is super play from Lucas Perez. Wow. Now, could we have a twist? Well, one more goal could possibly keep them up, Rob.
As we said before, there are over 50 permutations with the teams at the bottom of the table. It's a little complicated in Spain because it goes on head-to-heads against each other and then into a possible mini-league. If there are 3 teams that are tied on the same number of points, if they could get the equaliser, the Depor, the way things stand at this moment in time, would be safe. But they need a goal against Barcelona. But they have just become the first team to score against Barcelona in 6.5 La Liga matches. Adriano to Neymar.
How would you feel if you were one of the other teams at the bottom and you see Luis Enrique bringing on players that haven't played for several months and just using the squad basically and trying to save legs for the cup final next week and the Champions League final the following week? He's quite entitled to do it. Look at the situation here with we're not to change him, but taking him off.
The player Bartra doesn't want to be withdrawn, but they're playing safety first, the medical men. They have to maybe put some sense into his rather starry-eyed head at the moment because they've got 2 big games coming up. Same big, just a couple of cup finals. And they will want him as part of the squad. There's a reminder of what's happening as Pedro makes a run. He's offside. Valencia out of the top 4 as they're trailing. Sorry, they're drawing against Almeria. Eibar, magnificent comeback on the final day, beating Cordoba by 3-0. Granada desperately needing a goal at home against Atletico Madrid.
Malaga pulled the goal back against Sevilla, but I don't know if it's going to make any difference. 10-man Malaga pull one back. They're still 3-1 down. Thing about when you get a goal, Rob, it just gives you such a lift, and suddenly the Deportivo players are thinking, let's get forward, we can score another goal here. You know, Bartra's going to have to come off. They've reshuffled their defence. Is it an opportunity we can take advantage of? And here comes Mascherano. Oh, what a great sub he is to have on the bench to go in and close up the defence.
A responsibility shown by Luis Enrique as well, realising the seriousness of the situation down at the bottom of the table and bringing on the old soldier Mascherano. Teasing angle for Manjarin. Fight it in. Oh, and clearly possibly had it covered there, Messi. Clipped the top of the bar. You can see how much it means to Lucas Perez acting as ball boy. Back, it was 1994, Jerry, wasn't it, when Deportivo almost won La Liga. Djokic missed a penalty in the last game. Barcelona won the league on goal difference.
Were they playing away that day as well? Barcelona away to Tenerife or someone on one of the islands. But it was all about Djokic, because everybody mentioned the penalty that he should have scored that would have won the league. But it took them another 6 years before they won the league.
Could this be payback time for Deportivo La Coruña? It's a big city club. Club that once had major aspirations. Always likened them to Blackburn Rovers. They had a Shuggy Daddy as the president of the club. He went out and he splashed the cash. He brought in some world stars in the likes of Xavi and Bebeto, players like that. They lived the dream, and actually they're now paying the price. Notably, you can see from Victor Sanchez, he's pushing his players forward. They're no longer sitting back in a defensive formation. Clearly is aware of the results elsewhere, and their only way of staying up is to find the equalising goal.
I think getting the goal, though, has given a lift, and they've changed their mindset. They really believe now, and they're pushing players forward, as you say, Rob. And we've got a game on our hands.
They've got a gamble. Rafinha. Messi. He's still on a mission to score another hat-trick. Xavi through the legs to Neymar. Neymar having a look around to see where Xavi is. Oh, he's not going to say farewell to La Liga with a goal. He's had his chances.
That was an excellent little chip, wasn't it, from him? And a great chance for Neymar to score as well. And maybe just took a little bit too many touches on the ball. Free kicks given away of Deportivo, and it's going to and fro, Rob. Now it's really become a very open game. This is great goalkeeping once again from Fabrizio. I do like him. Done really well. And then, let's see, this is where I thought he should have shot. And Fabrizio, clever enough. And then the dink. What's this? Oh, nonchalant outside of the right foot. Fabrizio, thank you very much.
Hesitant defending. Mascherano takes control next to Matthew.
Clever ball.
There's Barcelona quickening the play. Adriano. And Neymar. The sun settling in these steaming conditions in Catalonia. In the old days, players would have their socks around the ankles. They wouldn't have that anymore. They must be held up above the shin guards. Pedro plays it back. There is Neymar, who needs shin guards given the treatment that he gets. Rafinha bumped off the ball by Big Sid.
Sidney was not taking any nonsense there, was he? This is a shot that clipped the crossbar. I think he let it go. I think he thought it was going over the top. I suppose it did go over the top, but it was a bit too close to call.
There's a charge from Deportivo. Riera.
Given a handball. He has.
He's given a yellow card, and he's given a free kick outside of the area. For one fleeting second, Depor thought they may have got a penalty there, but they've got a free kick in a so tempting position.
Let's look at it again. Does he put his hands up? Well, he does. He does. I can see why the referee's given it. You know, he's brought both his hands up.
Is he not protective, though?
Big centre half. You stick your chest out, Rob, don't you? Let it bounce off, but he's given the free kick, and that's a lifeline. It's a decent strike as well.
Coruña holds his breath.
Janine is over the ball. He's going to strike with his left foot, I think. It looks like.
Barcelona haven't conceded a goal this season from a free kick. Messi builds the wall. Manu Janine stopped by Neymar. He gets a second stab at it and a third stab.
My goodness.
And that could be the goal that keeps Deportivo La Coruña in the top flight. Salomao stabs it home.
What a goal.
It's the great escape.
Could you believe it? 2-0 down, and suddenly they're back in it again. And Salomao gets it. Look at the Deportivo president. He can't believe it. He's almost in tears. Almost in tears.
What a turnaround.
Well, the initial strike from Janine was a great strike, and Rafinha stuck his left leg out and he blocks it with his foot. The rebound falls into the path of Diogo Salomao, and he hammers it home.
It's the kind of goal that makes grown men cry.
Wow. This could be a game-turning season for... Oh, my goodness. There it is. Salomao outside of the left foot. He just nonchalantly strikes it. There's one, and then two, and then Salomao, bang. What a goal. And from the goalkeeper's angle, there's nothing he can do about that. Absolutely nothing. Wow, 2-2, and suddenly Deportivo can stay up.
Well, you say suddenly, because 9 minutes ago they were down, they were out, and they were relegated. They were losing 2-0, and Lucas scored that goal, and now they get the equaliser, which moves them on to 35 points. But when we throw it all into the computer, the calculator, we work on their head-to-heads between the teams on 35 points. Deportivo are above both Granada and Eibar, who, despite a remarkable performance this afternoon, their second win in the second half of the season, Eibar, they are currently relegated. That was our Sky Sports table, and this is it confirmed. Our Spanish cousins.
Well, I said to you, Rob, it was going to change a few times, but we didn't think it was going to be as dramatic as that. 2-0 down, I could not see a goal coming from Deportivo. And, well, they didn't get a goal. They've got 2 goals. Barcelona finished, though.
I'll tell you what, Jerry, it's been like next to Gypsy Jerry this afternoon with all of the predictions you've been making, which have come true. So what happens in the next 12.5 minutes?
Well, can they keep Messi and co out? Neymar should have scored for me earlier. A little bit of overplaying. That could be the mindset. It's changed a little bit because they've won the league and they haven't really pushed the button as such. But Messi is still on a hat-trick. He's the one I think you have to be careful of.
So very tight at the bottom of the table. 3 points between Granada, Depor, Almeria and Eibar at the start of the day's play. They've been down for most of the afternoon, and all of a sudden Deportivo are going to be rubbing shoulders again with the top flight. Not much more that Eibar could do. They've already stuck 3 past Cordoba, the already relegated team. And for Eibar, as they'll have a second half of the season collapse. Eibar, the man down. No sympathy from Barcelona, who continue to play through Adriano. And that's the referee who blows the whistle. We might see a lot of this.
Well, they're going to play right to time. Kill time.
You don't stop a top flight game of football for a case of cramp.
Yeah. He's gone the grind. There's no real reason other than that to stop the game.
It's going to be the longest 11 minutes of that man's footballing life.
He cannot watch.
The president's box. Constantin Fernandez Pino, second season in charge. The man who replaced the legendary Lendoiro was reduced to tears when that second goal went in. Depor for all of the delaying tactics that have actually experienced Senor Clos Glomes will allow them. He was very quick to say, if you want some kind of treatment, you've got to go off on a stretcher.
Well, they've gone with Luis Enrique, but it's not. It's Victor Sanchez. He still looks very anxious because he knows what Barcelona could do. In the last 10 minutes, they could score another goal. They could spoil their party.
Well, the fans of Newcastle United and the whole city back home know exactly what these supporters of Deportivo La Coruña are going through.
There hasn't been a goal in the Almeria Valencia for a while. Oh, there is now.
We'll bring you that in a second. Almeria have conceded against Valencia. Valencia need to better the result of Sevilla to take fourth place and to contest the Champions League next season. This is the way things stand. Valencia have stolen ahead of Sevilla once more. Here's Adriano. To Xavi. The only twist we've not had in this brilliant final day of our Liga has been a Xavi goal. If they get a penalty, I'll stake my mortgage on Xavi taking it.
Tell you what, I wouldn't like to take a penalty against Fabricio. The form he's been in this season, he's been in great form.
Rafinha. Douglas. To Roberto. Barcelona still have a major part to play in who they have on their footballing calendar next season. They could destroy Deportivo here. Roberto. Douglas. Rafinha. Mascherano. Depot's mindset has changed again, hasn't it? They realise at the moment that the draw is going to be good enough for them to stay in the Primera division, in the top flight. It's a dangerous game to play, though, and sit back with their defensive record this season. Messi weaves his way through. Anywhere will do from Manju Nanin. And Manju will roll it back to his keeper. Well, this is the goal, the vital goal. A lapse in concentration in the Almeria defence. And the goal, which almost certainly confirms that Almeria are going down. Valencia will be in the Champions League next season. It's the Spanish international Alcacer, isn't it?
Alcacer, and he's been in great form. He's scoring goals for Spain and for Valencia. He's a real poacher. That's a massive goal.
So, confirmation. Almeria and Eibar are down with Cordoba at the moment. Granada and Deport, 35 points on the head-to-heads, are staying up. Granada are playing against Atletico Madrid, who've been on a bad run recently. Not enough to affect their league position. They're going to finish in third place. Valencia 1 point ahead Sevilla with 7 minutes of the season remaining.
Great time to score, isn't it?
Of course, Sevilla could get into the Champions League next season by winning the Europa League.
Well, that would be the ideal scenario if that happens. To have 5 Spanish clubs in the Champions League next season. No, hold on a minute.
It's Rafinha, kept his feet. It's a corner.
There's great skills again. Rafinha, I've just said earlier, he's been fantastic this season for me. Glides through the defence and plays a couple of little 1-2s and drops his shoulder and wins the corner kick. It's taken quickly.
Messi plays it in. Oh, it's a dreadful header from Bergantini. He's almost rolled down his arm. Neymar. Put away by Lopo. All hands to the pump.
Well,
Focus has got a vital goal, and another one is going down.
6 minutes on the clock, and who's down now? Perez. It's cramp again.
Woman and child inside the Camp Nou. I would imagine a lot of you watching at home or in the bars stand up to applaud the farewell to La Liga of an absolute legend. The great Xavi Hernandez with a tear in his eye has created so many emotions for football fans around the world. The man who has won absolutely everything. Just claimed his 8th La Liga title, won the World Cup, won the Euros, won the Champions League, maybe about to win it again, maybe about to do his 2nd treble. But we won't see him, nor the likes of him, in La Liga again. A genius.
Class. Not a better passer of a ball, long or short. For 5 or 6 years, Robbie was the king. Fabulous skills. And what a replacement to come on to take his place. Andres Iniesta.
Of course, there's Xavi, first seen in the first team pool back in 98-99, but 24 years in the club, boy and man. And going out, it has to be said, while he is still very much at the peak of his powers. This was his 42nd game of the season. Iniesta comes on. There was much sentiment there, but there can be no sentiment from Deportivo La Coruña, who are fighting, defending their La Liga existence.
Well, look at that 10 white shirts and a 30-by-20 area raw ball back, defending. The 2-2 draw, that's all they need to stay up.
Looks like they've given up the chase of scoring the winning goal, which would give them undoubted safety.
Emotions. You can understand why. He's spent his life at this club, hasn't he?
Well, he'll be back. He heads over to Doha, part player, part footballing diplomat, and also to learn the coaching and management of the game of football. One would imagine that Football Club Barcelona, as they have done with so many of their greats over the years, will dip into his expertise in the years to come. Cruyff came back to manage. Zubizarreta was on the management committee. Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique, they all come back. Carlos Puyol for a spell this season. Barcelona supporters in a celebratory mood. The Depor fans will join them in a conga if the scoreline stays like this for the next 2.5 minutes.
Barcelona keep possession, but they're not penetrating. I think they're quite happy to let them have the ball when it gets into the right position. If they want to put the crosses in, I think they'll be happy to deal with that as well. It's when they come in like this and play little 1-2s and then start looking for shots on the edge of the box. There's a famous name as well. Manuel Pablo, right back, Spanish international, who's been an eternity at the club at Deportivo.
Well, he wasn't fit to play today. 39 years of age, he's the oldest player in La Liga this season. Who knows? He could be plying his trade to the age of 40. Roughly the same age as the coach, Victor Sanchez. They were part of that Depor team that won the league in 2000, runners-up in 2001, 2002.
Won the Cup as well, the Copa del Rey, around that time, 2000, 2001. Barcelona there, the team that's won the Cup more than any team, 26 times they've won it. And Athletic Bilbao are the side that's second, I think it's 23, Athletic Bilbao. And they play in the final next week. That should be a great occasion.
Why would he imagine that Granada are applying similar tactics as Deportivo La Coruña, as they are heading to the point that keeps them safe at home against Atletico Madrid. A 2-2 draw for Depor at the champions Barcelona. Well, I would argue that if they pull this off, they deserve to stay in the top flight. What about poor old Eibar? 3 goals up early in the game against Cordoba. It's not going to be enough to salvage their season. A popular little club who defied all odds. And it looks like football is going to be cruel and they're going to be going down.
Oh, it's a good ball.
It is. Nervous moment, but it's the experienced Alberto Lopo the Spanish have started the Mexican wave.
Well, 90 minutes are up on the clock, Rob. It's just whatever the referee adds on now.
Anywhere will do. No finery here from Deportivo La Coruña. 5 minutes. This is going to be the longest 5 minutes in the supporting life of those Depor fans. A couple of hundred have made the journey here. They'll be watching in all of the sports bars and the corner bars in the neighbourhoods in La Coruña. A fishing city up in northern Spain. Blue flash of Galicia across their shirts. They very much represent that region like Barcelona do Catalonia, maybe not quite as spectacularly. They're desperate to be the Galician representatives in top flight football.
Well, they're battling for their survival, that's for sure. Caballero there, who's working back like everybody else. And look at Victor Sanchez, he can't believe there's 5 minutes being added on.
Well, he's disputed every decision, and it's been his players who've been delaying the play. This is the way things stand. A quick reminder, Almeria are heading down with Eibar, although Eibar are leading. Granada and Deportivo are scraping it with draws on the final day. Granada against Atletico Madrid, last year's champions. Depor holding this year's champions, Barcelona. Don't celebrate yet. The party will be a bit premature.
Just wonder if the Barcelona players probably like the Galician kitchen. It'd be a nice place to go next season. Certainly the seafood's fabulous.
Valuable seconds for Depor to eat up.
Well, Oriol Riera is quite happy to win the free kick and take another 30 seconds off the clock. They'll take their time over it. There's Manuel Pablo. He doesn't look as nervous as everybody else does.
Well, he's been there, hasn't he? He's been part of a couple of relegations. He's been part of a league win. He remains very calm on the bench. They need communication with the other games to ensure that holding the ball by the corner flag is the right thing to do. Remember that Manchester City escapade?
Yeah.
Alan Ball days when they thought the draw was going to be enough to keep them up. Riera will take a booking if it means that they stay in the top flight. It's a cheap price to pay.
Well, he's going to try and keep it, isn't he?
Playing keep ball against Barcelona is a dangerous game to play, but they've got a corner.
I bet you to take a short one, Rob.
It's like watching Jeff Boycott play cricket, isn't it? Quick singles. 2 minutes.
Well, he said it's over, but there's still 2 minutes, Rob. And they're going to take it quickly or not.
Well, Granada have the draw that they believe is going to keep them up. Granada 0, Atletico Madrid 0. So Granada finished the season on 35 points. Eibar are going to finish the season on 35 points as well, because they are leading against Cordoba 3-0. That's not going to change, though the game isn't over there yet.
Well, it's a throw into Barcelona, but there's just over a minute left of extra or added time.
The other team in the equation, of course, are Almeria, while losing at home, despite having the lead a couple of times this afternoon against Valencia. But Valencia have the motivation of needing to better the result of Sevilla if they're to take 4th place and to compete in the Champions League next season. Neymar. He's still Lionel Messi looking for a hat-trick. He can't now catch up with Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, I suppose nothing is impossible. This is Messi we're talking about. He could score a couple of goals in the borrowed time here. Rafinha to Douglas. Douglas flies it in. Nice little take. Adriano skies the ball. And the Depor fans can look at their television again. They're almost safe. They can almost touch the shore of safety. Almeria have lost against Valencia. The final score, Almeria 2, Valencia 3. So Valencia will finish the season on 77 points. They are behind Atletico Madrid. Almeria are relegated. The referee blew his whistle, but it's not full-time yet. Celebrations are on the hold. If you should be celebrating, staying up on the final day of the season for a club like Deportivo La Coruña, it is a big underachievement, given the size of the city and the catchment area of the fans and the recent history of the club. But credit to the players who were 2-0 down with 3/4 of the game gone. But Deportivo La Coruña appear to have scraped it on the final day. They turned it around. 2 Lionel Messi goals gave Barcelona the lead, but then Lucas, the locally born player of La Coruña, drew them back into the game, and Salomao scored the second goal, which could be the vital goal. And for those travelling supporters, the trip to Catalunya has been well worth it. Let their party begin.
I can't believe they've come back from 2-0 down, Rob. I'll tell you what, credit has to go to Victor Sanchez, but also the goalkeeper Fabricio. He's made 3 or 4 brilliant saves in this game to keep it at 1-0 and to keep it at 2-0. And then the magnificent goal from Salomao to get it back to 2-2. You've got to give them credit. You come to Barcelona, the champions, and you get a draw, then you deserve it. The president cannot believe it. And credit to them, and good luck to them next season.
Well, they're a big city club. We do like to see them in La Liga. They have been underachieving. They have been the yo-yo club, relegated, promoted, relegated, promoted. And this season they've scraped on the final day. And you can see what it means to all of the president's men up in the director's box, safe on the final day, because poor old Eibar left it too late. They won. Safe. And Cordoba and Almeria are relegated. Well, Barcelona will start their celebrations in a few moments' time. And they'll be disappointed, some of the players, with the performance today. But Jerry Armstrong, Luis Enrique experimented.
Yeah, he did, but he's entitled to. He's got the cup final coming up next week and the Champions League after that. He rested several players. It was still a strong side. When they went 2-0 up, I didn't think they were going to lose the game. I couldn't see them. I couldn't see Deportivo getting back into it, but give them credit. They fought back, and Barcelona really didn't push it home. I thought Neymar had a couple of good chances he didn't take, and certainly Xavi had one as well, and Pedro thought he'd scored, but what a result. And look at these
scenes from Granada. Jerry, Granada, well, they have scraped it on the final day. A scoreless draw against last year's champions Atletico Madrid, and they have very good reason. The beautiful city of Granada. If you're a tourist and you like your football, there's no finer place to go watch a game of football than Granada, and they have left it right until the final day and the final minutes. But like Deportivo La Coruña, they finish on 35 points. Granada safe, Deportivo La Coruña safe. Eibar relegated. We may not see them back in the top flight again. They might stick around to join in the Barcelona celebrations.
It's going to be a special day for them, picking up the championship trophy.
Well, the Depor players go off to the changing room to start their celebrations, and you can come back to us in a few moments' time when we pay homage to Xavi and we see the trophy lifted by the Barcelona captain.
And yes, we will do just that, but what an incredible end to yet another thoroughly enjoyable season in La Liga. Yes, they are champions, Barcelona, but they were 2-0 up at the Camp Nou against a side that were on the verge of going down to the Segunda. No shots on target before their first goal. They scored with their first 2 shots on target and somehow got the draw good enough to stay up. What an amazing result. And Salomao, without a doubt, will be the king of La Coruña, as Xavi is the king of Barcelona and Spanish football, of course. Wow, absolutely incredible. Deportivo's 2-2 draw at Barcelona, 1 win in 16, but 4 points in the last 2 games are enough to keep them safe in the top flight for another season. Granada's 0-0 against Atletico, as we just saw there. 10 points from the last 12 have saved them. Most definitely the introduction of the coach Jose Ramon Sandoval at the club. Eibar, well, yes, they beat Cordoba 3-0 on the day, but it wasn't enough over the whole season, which is a real shame for them considering it's the first time ever in the top flight. But 2 wins in 20 means they are relegated. As for Almeria, twice up against Valencia, but paid back each time and Valencia got that winning goal. Eibar and Almeria are relegated with Cordoba. This is how it looks at the top. Athletic Bilbao got a very good win. They are 7th, so whether they lose or win the Copa del Rey, they will be in the Europa League next season. Villarreal stay 6th, of course. Sevilla, unfortunately for them, on 76 points, not enough to get them into the top 4 due to Valencia's fight back against Almeria. Atletico Madrid confirmed 3rd, which is a straight passage to the Champions League group stage. Well, big day at the bottom in Spain, big day at the bottom in England tomorrow. Will it be Survival Sunday for Newcastle or Hull? All the build-up from 2 o'clock on Sky Sports 1, where you can then see Newcastle against West Ham. Hull versus Manchester United is from 2:55 on Sky Sports 3. Sunderland supporters will be delighted they're not in